NSFR, New Sketches for Radio. Penis.
Well, welcome to the show. New Sketches for Radio, I'm Tom. I know it's a podcast, but to me it will always be radio. This is kind of like what voice tracking was for me back in the day. And everybody's doing a podcast. They make it look so simple, and I just don't think it is. Radio was simple. Show up, don't be a total psycho, and you would probably get the job.
Don't hit me, 1:30's here. Alright, I got to. Okay, listen. Yes, I know. Okay, yes, I know. Yes, chicken in. 1 second, alright? Just hang on, stop knocking my door. Oh my goodness, okay. Dottie, I have to go. Yes, I know, chicken turkey pate. Alright? Mr. Sassy will get his fancy feast, don't you worry. Alright, come in!
Hi, are you Mark?
Yes.
Tom.
Yeah.
We spoke on the phone?
Yeah. What was that all about?
What?
Who knocks like that?
Oh, just real excited to be here. Just super excited to be here.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
maybe next time, just reel back a little bit. Sometimes that excitement can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm not the sort of guy who likes to get excited.
Okay.
Because when I get excited, sometimes, things happen to me. It's a biological thing, all right? Just please come in and have a seat, all right?
Okay.
Right there. You see, you got a seat right there. Yes, all right, thank you.
I'll sit here.
Yes, all right.
Is there something you wanted to...
All right, well, first off, my name is Mac Dickinson. I'm the program director here. Thank you so much for coming in today. Tom Shocker.
Yes. No, just shock.
Shock.
Just shock.
Shock, like electricity.
Yeah.
Now, do you tend to go around and shock people?
No.
No, so it's just a name.
Yes.
You don't have any sort of ability to let's say charge a battery, or maybe can we just try that? Maybe if we put a light bulb inside your mouth, is that going to light it up?
No, it's not gonna. I'm not Fester.
Okay, well, all right, well, we'll try that later. Let me tell you a bit about the position.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking for a new afternoon drive here. We're in a bit of a bind, so the shift here, that's 2 to 6 o'clock. You're going to be on air. All right, so NSFR here. All right, we are a new talk format.
Okay.
All right, so how do you feel about that? Are you comfortable? Have you done talk radio before?
Not really, but I talk a lot. So
Now,
I think...
it says here on your resume that you've been on TV.
Yeah.
All right, tell me a bit about that.
I did a cooking show. One was in Ottawa, and then I did one for a hockey team as well.
Oh, and hockey.
No.
Well, that's a weird show.
not at the
cooking
same
while
time.
doing hockey.
No, it
that is a new way to invent it, but I understand why you failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, now a bit of a weird one there.
Yeah.
But hey, here in radio, you can pretty well throw a lot of things at the wall. Yeah, so are you ready to go?
Well, like right now?
Yes. So the studio is down to the left. Just make your way down the hallway there. You'll see some faces along the way. You might run into Al. He's our news guy. You may see Joel. He does evenings. Now, Joel's a bit of a wild card. Very old. Just try to make some extra noise. We got some slip-on slippers. You put these over your shoes. They got bells on them. That way, because, we're really scared that,
nice.
if you were to sneak up on Joel by accident, he may die.
Very comfortable.
He could be a vampire.
All right.
So just make sure you make your presence known.
Yeah.
All right, don't scare him. All right, midday meal is somewhere in the building as well.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
You might see her, and then of course Biff and Juice. They're a little special. Anyways, Tom Shocker. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome aboard the NSFR team. I'm very excited for your first show. Again, studio's down there to the left. All right, you now have about 17 minutes, so you better do some prep.
NSFR.
Hear it, see it, touch it.
Hello, and welcome.
Tom Shock on NSFR.
Getting a job in radio wasn't difficult. It's like any other job. I started out handing out screensavers in the back of a van. The goal was always to get on the radio. to get into the studio. And even when you got the chance to speak on the radio, rarely did you get to say what you wanted to say. That's why we're doing this. New sketches for radio. Because honestly, there's nothing more fun in the world than being on the air. I still remember my first time, college. Slowly, it got better.
Objective secured.
There is nothing that comes closer to the thrill of flying than actually being on the air. I'm not talking about the fame, recognition, or the thrill of a like or a share. That's just a cheap little bump compared to actually being on the air. Standing behind that board, VU meters dancing, song ticking down, finger hovering over that little red button for mic 1, and then click, and there you are, on the air. In the studio, it's just you. You're open, listening, swirling in every way, like a perfect storm, using what's around you as a weapon to entertain. CDs, tapes, calls, bits, reel-to-reel, DCS, DAT, carts, and records, all timed out to exactly 60 minutes every hour. The perspective and the awesome power of connection and imagination through sound only sets your spirit free. You're on the air. When you get fired from radio, your likeness, your voice, billboards, promotions, relationships, social life disappear, and another, just like you, blows into town. And you go wherever the wind takes you until you disappear on the air. No one ever retires from radio. But it's that beautiful big red button that brings you back. You hit it, and there you are, alive and on the air again. Sure, it's fleeting. You do eventually have to come back down. But that dream, that pull towards the skies will always be there. Because if you're not on the air, you aren't anywhere.
NSFR. New sketches for radio.
Well, that's it for episode number 1. Thanks for hanging out as we explore the laws, lessons, and loves of radio. I love alliteration. It's my favorite. Want to thank Matt and Dean and everybody in between for making this show happen. You know who you are. I hope you know who you are, because if you don't, that's a problem. Join us next time where we explore one of the many universal truths of radio. How do you become caller 9?
NSFR.
That's good writing. Wow.
God, now make yourself at home.
New sketches for radio.